Hi guys, Liam from ZenYogaHealth and liamkbyrne.com here. Today's topic is 10 reasons to yoga. If you have been wondering why millions of people do yoga, you can't quite figure it out, I'm going to give you 10 excellent reasons. They're not all the reasons, but they're some of the best ones, and none of them involve being able to twist your legs into the lotus pose. So without further ado, let's get right to number one. Endorphins. I know that you get endorphins from all kinds of exercise routines, but there's a little difference to yoga. It's that feel-good, chill-out factor that you get from a good yoga session, whether it's an intensive one or a real chill-out, relaxed one. You have the rhythmic, synchronized breath with movement, which is a little different to most other kinds of exercise. You've got the balance work, you've got the focus work, you've got the deep forward bends. All of these things come together to combine and give you a totally chilled out relaxation effects that you don't really get from other kinds of exercise. There's none of that pumped feeling or that aggressive feeling that you might get from other workouts. It's all just chill out, you feel happy, content, you're totally happy with your day, whatever way it goes. You've done your yoga, you feel good. That's one reason, possibly the best reason, and if there were no other reasons, that'd be a great reason to do yoga, wouldn't it? Okay. Point number two, flexibility. We all need it, and the truth is that with our current urban lifestyle, we spend a lot of time sitting at desks, sitting in cars, or some high flyers are on long distance flights or traveling by air, whatever it is, public transport, your own car. We end up locked into this position where you've got short hip flexors, a tight lower back, maybe you're rounded in the upper back, and it's not until you go to do something, maybe something that you used to enjoy, some perfectly normal activity, whatever it is, running, swimming, playing a sport, and you realize that you're locked into that position, and trying to expand into a normal range of motion gives you pain, or you end up injured. So flexibility is a big one. Number three, and tying into point number one, anxiety. Yoga is a great way to deal with anxiety. Again, it's about those deep forward bends. It's about that deep breathing and that synchronized breath and movement together with the focus. Maybe in some classes you get mantras and chanting. All of these things contribute to reduce anxiety. And let's face it, there's a lot of anxiety out there in the world today. Number four, balance. Again, one of my favorites, and I know it's not one that jumps to mind right away. We're not all going to be circus performers walking on tight ropes or whatever, right? But we're not talking about that kind of balance. We're talking about simple functional balance that decreases as you get older. So think about older people that you might know. They might be your relatives, they might be your friends, or it could even be you. One of the dangers that we're all a little prone to as we get older is falling over unexpectedly. Could be in the shower, in the bath, could be in the kitchen, anywhere, and you fracture or break, God forbid, a hip or something else. And often when that happens, you lose your confidence and you're never quite the same again, even after it heals or when the hip has been replaced. Now, often people come to yoga class and they don't realize how poor their balance has become. Even standing on one foot can be a little bit of a challenge, and you don't know till you try it out. It's way better to start working on this and improving your balance. You're either improving it or you're losing it. So let's work to improve it so that when you get older, you're not going to be worried about it. These things will be less likely to happen to you. Very, 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 very important. Number five, strength. I know it's not often associated with yoga, but yoga today might not be what you think it is. A lot of the classes are quite strenuous, and the type of strength we're talking about, it's not the weightlifting kind, it's more core strength, stamina building, using body weight. Extremely important for good back health and for good functional overall health. Also, if you want to be strong, but you don't want to build bulky muscles, then this kind of bodyweight strengthening is perfect for you. energy levels. Part of the secret of yoga is releasing tension within the body in order to be able to relax and regain your full range of motion and become as flexible as you were designed to be. So when this happens, resistance in the body begins to disappear. Most of the time we're actually working against our own resistance, whether it be psychologically or physically. A solid yoga practice, a regular yoga practice, a deep yoga practice is going to help remove all that resistance. And what happens when the resistance is gone? It feels like everything becomes a whole lot easier. This translates into a better flow of energy, more energy generally, better energy levels throughout the day. Number 7, it is a low impact exercise. So whether it be bone density issues that you have or joint issues, it is just perfect in order to get a great workout. It can be still quite an intense and heavy workout that works up a sweat in the case of, let's say, hot yoga or Ashtanga yoga, or slow or gentle, maybe more Vinyasa style or Yin yoga style. Either way, there's going to be zero to no stress onto the bones, onto the bony structures of the body, or the joints. So great choice if you're confronting one of those issues. Number 8, it's low cost. Now I know you're thinking, okay, a one-to-one yoga session with a teacher might cost a lot. Signing up for classes, that costs money. You might have to buy yoga mats, other equipment. I'm telling you, once you get a yoga mat, and you might not even need to use a yoga mat, maybe it's just a space on your floor with a towel, if that's all you have, you can do yoga at home. You can log on to the internet, go to YouTube, you can go to my channel, this channel, check out the videos. You can do yoga for free at home. Now, of course, yeah, it's great if you can make it to a teacher who can do adjustments, who can motivate you, or go with a group, you get the energy of the group. But look, it really doesn't cost anything these days. And once you have a little bit of a routine internalized, then you can just do it at home for free. One of the cheapest forms of exercise. Number 9, you can do it almost anytime, anywhere. It's not like other kinds of exercise. You don't need a bike, you don't need a car, you don't need a pitch, you don't need a team, you don't need a gym. All you need is a roof over your head. In fact, you might not even have a roof over your head, because some of the yogis in India, the guys who live out in caves up in the Himalayas or by the banks of the Ganges, they have a little shelter and they do their yoga, wherever they can, out in the open. It really is something that you can carry with you. It's minimalistic, so there's almost no excuse to not do yoga, which is terrific. If you're motivated, you can always get your yoga in, and there's always a way to modify. You can do your yoga cramped into the economy class on a plane, a little bit here and there, whether it's the meditation side, the breathing, or just the joint freeing sequence, or whether you're in a hotel room. There's no excuse. Great form of exercise. And number 10, possibly my favorite. Number 1, pretty good, feel good factor. Number 10, anyone can do it. You can do it. Now this doesn't mean that you can go to any class, because they're all going to be different. Every teacher's going to be different, but literally, if you're alive, you can do yoga. If you can breathe, you can do yoga. If you can think, you can do yoga. Because that's the essence of yoga. All this stuff about the twisty bends and the stretches and the postures and the rubbishy show-off handstands and what have you, all that other stuff, it's not the most important part. It's peripheral. The real important part of yoga is that feel good, that getting to the center of the self aspect of it. So you could be you could be bedridden, you can still do yoga. If you can breathe, if you can think, if you can focus your mind, if you can focus your breath, you can do yoga. And if you can do more than that, if you can even sit up, you can do yoga seated in a chair, you can do it lying down in bed, you can do it in a tiny space, you can do it, anyone can do it. Regardless of the level of pain you're in, you can do yoga on the pain, with the pain. Anyone can do it. So that's my final message, guys. I hope this has helped you to understand why millions of people are crazy about yoga. I hope it's given you a little bit of motivation to go ahead and try it out, whether through following some videos on YouTube or trying out a class or following on from a book, as people used to do in the old days when people read books. And you'll find a whole bunch of really useful links in the description below. I hope you are motivated to click on those and follow them. Some of them will be affiliate links, of course, some of them won't. And if you are doing yoga already and just watch for the hell of it, well, thank you so much. Please do like the video, subscribe, sign up to any newsletters that you might see in the description below. Namaste, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and I will see you all again.